what's under the title float? It's a big surprise of fun. Fun and games. Awesomeness awaits. It is the IME Entertainment's popular Big Balloon Parade. And look at what we have here. Beginning off is the parade. We're recording a little later now. That means your favourite Big Balloon Parade fun is of course going to be here. Let's start it off. And it's on a new route too. So, our first float is Chloe the Holiday Clown. A popular sight that we like seeing in our parade for a couple of parades now. Here we go. And our first float is a brand new float featuring our popular balloon Polar Jack 77's Robloxian, furnished by none other than the Macy's Parade Wikia on Fandom. This time we have Bob the minifigure on there wearing some gloves. Wonder why he's wearing gloves this time. Oh well. And someone else is making his grand return for the first time in a little while. It's Charlie Brown. And this time he's having a little trouble holding up a kite. Will he hit the kite eating tree this time, or will he manage to succeed? Charlie Brown is furnished by DHX Media. He's large and of course he's the owner of our favourite beagle Snoopy. I wonder where Snoopy went today. Well, never fear, because on Snoopy's doghouse we see the real Charlie Brown, Lucy, and of course Snoopy. Snoopy's sitting up, pretending to be the flying ace. But it's a shame that he isn't a balloon this time, but it's nice to see Charlie Brown making a comeback as a balloon. And Charlie is one of our 12 big balloons this time, not including our little ones, like these pumpkins. And on our first float, we're going Plane Crazy with Chase McCain on the Plane Crazy float. Wonder where Chase McCain is taking us. Somewhere probably, somewhere pretty special. And it's one of our largest floats ever in the parade. Mainly because of how large these wings are. And here's someone else who is sort of like a bird, but can't fly. It's Big Bird, and I was since returning to the parade a couple of last time. This is his second appearance in this new design, where he's all dressed up for the winter in this nice, warm, snug sweater and hat. And it's furnished by none other than Sesame Workshop. Well, even though Big Bird will basically make you learn the alphabet and numbers, and along with all of his friends on Sesame Street, including Elmo, Cookie Monster, Grover, Telly, and Julia, as well as a couple of others like Baby Bear and Zoe, the list goes on and on. Classic characters, but why does Big Bird only get the balloon treatment? The world may never know. As we go down, here is a racing car sort of float, but we've only got two wheels on it, and it's not even driving. But who are sitting on it? Well, Captain Jack Sparrow from Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and a clone pilot. And that's following on with Hagrid's little car. And one of our favourite novelties, panda bear. This time she's not with her friend Teddy Bear. Quite surprising, isn't it? And then here comes a delightful float coming up, and it's got some wicked criminals on the loose. You'd better be careful with them. They mean trouble. And here's a little cat who never seems to have too many friends. That is Hello Kitty, furnished by Sanrio. Hello Kitty has been living up ourselves for a couple of years now. First appearing in our real Macy's parade back in 2007. So she's been in the parade for more than 10 years now. Whilst in the Big Balloon Parade, we've seen her ever since the first one. And 2 parades ago, she reappeared in this all new design, ready to befriend everyone in sight. But it seems like the wind's trying to get the better of her as well. Watch out, kitty. Looks like we're going to the beach on the Island Extreme Stunts float, furnished by Electronic Arts. Watch as the Brickster is trying to hide from the police. Snap Locket is powering up this thing, and Pepperoni is having stunts on his skateboard, like a regular pizza boy would. And here comes another balloon, and she is returning to the parade for the first time in a little while. That is Olive Oil, furnished by King Features Syndicate. Normally, in a couple of parades ago, we saw his boyfriend Popeye, but now Olive Oil has returned to be another great old female float character in the parade. So, what does Olive Oil do? Well, she makes sure to be with her awesome little one Sweepy, and of course, make sure Popeye is doing well as well. And don't forget, Olive Oil is one of our tallest flyers in the parade. One of the thinnest, but one of the tallest as well. She's basically the height of about 7 minifigures. And that's saying a lot. What can we see over here? Well, we can see Brian the Bunny Rabbit, the balloon. Oh, I can see something that looks like a rainbow. There's Bart Boy, Felix, and our next few floats. And this is going to a galaxy far, far away with Star Wars. On this float, we have C-3PO, well, 2 of them for some reason, on a giant walker with Yoda looking on. And on this one we have a mini little scene with Han Solo, a couple of characters, and there's Lukey. I wonder where R2-D2 went, and BB-8. And here's another character who's very popular and hip and making his 3rd appearance now. It's the Pink Panther, furnished by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer United Artists. Pink is, once again, being a lifeguard, wearing shorts, a nice towel scarf on the back of him, and is in a inner tube. Wonder if he can float in the air with that inner tube. And he has a tail that's as long enough as himself, because it is the Pink Panther, picked from head to toes. Oh, and by the way, Pink is one of our largest flyers. He's not one of the tallest, but he is quite large. And as we continue on, look who's on this mini castle. It's my best friend James. I bet he's having a good time on this float. Say hello. And here comes another novelty that we like seeing. Teddy bear. Bit strange, why isn't Panda Bear with him? Oh well. We've seen them, and now there you go. And here's a float with Thor and Mario on this giant gun of sorts. Looks like a awesome idea for a parade float. And it's fallen apart, as per usual. But because of Harry Humble logic, the floats can go back up like nothing had happened. Oh, look at these little girls. They're the Powerpuff Girls. And this is the end of the first half of the parade. And now we're going on to the second half. And by the way, the Powerpuff Girls car is furnished by Cartoon Network. As we go through, here we're on to the second half now. And furnished by DreamWorks is Felix the Cat, making his third appearance in the parade. In this form. He first appeared in November 2016 in our parade in an older design, but now he appears once again in this brand new realistic design. He's our smallest character balloon ever in the parade, or novelty, because this is in the shape of a novelty balloon. But he is our largest novelty. Let's say he's a medium-sized balloon. And next up comes The Simpsons, furnished by Fox. And once again, we see them again on this amazing little float, featuring all your favourite characters. But where is Bart? There's Bart. He's holding up something. Just what is he holding up? Well, he's holding up a giant balloon of himself. This is the Bart Simpson balloon furnished by Fox as well. It is in the shape of one of the most famous cartoon characters of all time. And it's strange seeing how Bart himself is carrying up this giant float of himself. But of course he's ready to cause mischief and make sure his family gets on their nerves. Cowboy, way to go, Bart. Here's a nice little float that we like to see, and it's based on some of our favourite stuff that kids like us would like to play with. Toys. We have minifigures and of course giant ones, and there's Buzz Lightyear on the back as well. Nice little float indeed. And here comes our next giant character balloon, who has appeared ever since day one of the Big Balloon Parade. That is Ronald McDonald. And in his third appearance now, or fourth appearance, because I'd forgotten in this design, well, the rest is history. He's here to make sure everyone stays as happy and lucky as he always is. And on the McDonald's sponsored Big Red Shoe Car are some of the police force. So it follows on Ronald the Giant Balloon. So, here's another view of the parade going on so far. I can see a little bit of the Grinch, a little bit of Buddy the Elf, and there's Mickey, now we're reaching over to here. There's Batman travelling along in this little car based on his Batmobile, furnished by DC Entertainment, promoting Justice League action on Cartoon Network. And here's a nice good sight that we normally see. Brian the Bunny Rabbit, Mayday 51's mascot, furnished by, well, Mayday 51. It's based on a giant rainbow he's standing on, and he's got a party blower in his hand, so he might possibly be doing a party, going to a party of sorts. And he's a balloonicle, so that means he can move without having to be high in the air. Watch out, Brian. Our next float happens to be a float full of good old little characters, furnished by M&M's chocolate candies. But where are the M&M's? Spoke candies. Oh, they must have been so late that they couldn't make it out. Maybe they'll be on this float next year. But two Spokes candies managed to make it, red and yellow, on this giant hot air balloon shaped like an M&M, furnished by M&M's chocolate candies as well. It is surely a sight to behold. It is one of our largest floats ever, quite possibly our largest. And here we got Yellow in the basket, and of course his good old buddy Red, well, hanging on for his dear life. Something must be wrong up there. And this balloon did have a bit of trouble trying to fly. It is, well, large of course, but it does look tasty. Well, I did tell you, now it will be time to deflate it. Ready for next time. Here's another favourite. Here's another favourite of ours that we'd like to see in the parade, and that is Mickey Mouse, making his third appearance now. And he's, by the way, furnished by the Walt Disney Company. We'll see more of him later. Right now, we've got Robot Warriors. Uh-oh, they mean business. And their little buddy, Harold the Fireman, has joined them as well. Let's see them battle out in this ultimate battle of wits. Five, four, three, two, one. Well, looks like the other one won. Right then, time for you to get all cleaned up, because it's time for you to get out of the way. And here's Mickey again. And by the way, Mickey has a new TV show on Disney Junior called Mickey and the Roadster Racers, and he's here, well, to race around and make sure that racing is a sport and not something that you would take seriously. And don't forget this giant Disney castle float featuring all of our favourite characters. Well, random ones to be more specific. We're almost at the end of the parade. We've only got 3 giant character balloons left. A couple of floats, of course Santa Claus. But here is a toy soldier balloon. Another one of our novelties. But now, here comes the clones. 2 floats full of clone troopers. All led by Captain Rex. Got an ARF trooper and of course Boba Fett on the back. Luxurious indeed. And following on the Poke car is none other than one of our favourite characters, Pikachu. Furnished by the Pokemon Company International. Promoting the Pokemon Sun and Moon animated series, the Pokemon trading card game, the Pokemon video games, and of course his new feature-length movie, I Choose You the Movie, with his best friend Ash, in a new story that tells how they met. Next up is one of our most favourite floats, the Rudolph float, furnished by GT Media and DreamWorks Classics, promoting the, well, it's not even Christmas, but we're still having Christmassy floats anyway, because this is supposed to celebrate Christmas every month or so. And here we go, we got our 2 elf gnome buddies as well. The end. This is the final. Nope, not yet. I have no clue why they included the floats over there this time and not therefore at the end, but oh well. But here's Mrs. Claus on the Snow Family float, furnished by Challenge TV. Well, even though I'm promoting a game show channel, I'd say Santa and Mai are, well, doing well. Just take a look at me on this float. I'm moving, yay! Yay! And look at this. It's the Grinch. He's going to steal Christmas again. And this is his second parade, furnished by Universal Pictures and Illumination Entertainment. Him and his dog Max are promoting his new film, made by Illumination, based on the book. And that is Dr. Seuss's The Grinch. But will he be able to steal Christmas, or will he be able to steal the big screen? There's his sack and there's Max on the back as well. And heading in for the finale. 2 more floats remain, 3 more Naughty Balloons remain, and 1 character balloon remains before the big finale of Santa. Here's SpongeBob and Sandy Cheeks on the Percy the Penguin balloon, another favourite of ours in the parade. SpongeBob doesn't have a balloon this time, but our big finale balloon is Elf, or most people call him Buddy. The tallest neck in anybody in our parade. This is Elf, furnished by Warner Brothers. Leading the other elves over there, as we zoom in, there's Santa Claus. And look at me, I'm narrating it all. Thank you, camera. So then, let's see how he goes. He is cool. There we go. You've had a fly from him. Welcome to the market. What do you want to buy? Well, here comes this market day float with a giant tree. And they're leading up, because this giant tree is leading up the way to, of course, our favourite red-headed man. And so are the kids. Charlie the blue elf gnome, Kit the red gnome, and CJ the yellow gnome lead up to Santa. And there's me. Well, let's say we'll lead up to the end. Even though it's not December, I'm still having a lot of fun on this new float with a husky dog on it. Ruff, ruff. Oh ho ho. Oh well, that float is destroyed already, but I could still do it just fine. Harry, you get off. Thank you, and I'll see you later, guys. See you next month for another edition of the parade. Ho ho ho. The end.